we go with the health series that we're doing for the month of August. This is actually August the 8th, 2022 video and newsletter. So we'll see how that goes. So this time we're talking about vitamins are necessary. And I know I tell you guys what's coming the next week, so some of you have anticipated this. And I've covered a little bit of vitamins and herbs at the same time. So in order to stay healthy today, we need to add supplements to our diets. And that's been since like 1938 or 39, when the soil in the United States, the topsoil, was found to be severely lacking due to overproduction. So synthetic vitamins do little to no good. Fine corporations like Amway Corporation, other natural all natural vitamin corporations, you'll find that those are the ones you want, and I'll cover that in a little bit here. So vitamin lack, this was very interesting to me. Did you know that if your diet lacks zinc, the B vitamins, and proteins, children and adults become aggressive, violent, irritable, almost uncontrollable? And since my wife was a teacher 40 years, she can vouch for that. If your diet is lacking specifically in those particular minerals and vitamins and protein, which I thought everybody in the United States had access to protein, but the different institutions we have, including jails, are loaded with people that the real cause of the way they've acted and conducted themselves rolls back to inadequate diet, inadequate herbs and vitamins. Fact. Don't take my word for it. Look on the internet for all of the studies that they've done with these things. Zinc, in particular, women need at least 10 milligrams a day, and men need at least 11. I take 25 milligrams when I have a sniffle additional. And if I'm, not feeling so hot, I'm really not only just a sniffle, but I'm not feeling too good, I'll take 25 milligrams in the morning, 25 milligrams at night. Always take zinc with food. It will mess with your stomach. But when you take it with food, even if it's a slice of bread, it cushions the impact of the zinc in your stomach lining. So zinc is a big time important part of creating DNA, growth of cells, building proteins, healing damaged tissue, and supporting a healthy immune system. Most of you already know about the immune system impact of zinc, but it does these other things too. I want to touch on another thing that I really believe in. Colloidal silver, C-O-L-L-O-I-D-A-L, colloidal, this means suspended, silver, yes, silver. First, let me dispel a myth. I've had people ask me, no, colloidal silver will not turn you blue. Years ago, colloidal silver came in flakes. This is like the late 1800s. And people would take it, and the body couldn't break it down and get it out of their body, so they turned blue. Silver, is the least toxic of any metals. It's not something you got to worry about. But anyway, so some people say, well, what about the blue man? Actually, the blue man was a British Army officer, and he was taking silver, melting it down, let me rephrase that. He was taking silver, dissolving it into nitric acid. Then he would heat it and evaporate the solution, and what was left was a powder that he could mix and use for different things. Well, anyway, by processing it the way he did, the silver was all over his internal organs. He died when he was like 68. But he didn't die of anything to do with silver. He died of pneumonia. That's what he died from. Silver didn't kill him. All it did was turn his skin blue, and his bones were actually blue on the inside when they did the autopsy, and caused him to have like super white hair and white mustache. It's silver today is nanoparticle sized, and when you take it, the silver attracts viruses and bacteria. Yes, viruses and bacteria. It smothers their oxygen supply and then flushes out of your system because it's so tiny. It's a super good antibiotic. And during the COVID fake pandemic that we've had, anyway, whenever we go out with groups of people, even if it's family, we take 2 tablespoons of colloidal silver before we go out, and we take 2 tablespoons of colloidal silver when we return after several hours, of course. Sometimes that's at night. The best I can tell you is that the colloidal silver should be 30 parts per million, not 10 or 20, and not 300 or 400. 30 parts per million seems to be the most efficacious dilution for colloidal silver. So you can get it, and any of you that are interested, I'll give you my supplier, which is way less expensive than anywhere I have found. I used to buy it at GNC, which, man, it was cost me a fortune. But anyway, I can get 4 times what I was getting it. Well, I get 5 times the amount I was getting at GNC from a trusted supplier. So you can email me at either the Rev, THEREV, at a step above.life, or at my personal email, booth1, BOOTHEONE, at comcast.net. And I will send you his information and just and order directly from him. I don't get anything for that, but I really believe in colloidal silver, and I think everybody should have it at the house at all times. Don't look for cheap. Oh boy. Some people will go, okay, I want vitamins, and I found them on sale for blah, blah, blah. And I don't want to put down these big vitamin companies. I do, but I don't want to. They are making synthetic vitamins. The porta potty people who have to empty out the porta potties call them bell ringers. All they do, they get millions of these vitamins in the waste product. The only thing that happens on these synthetic vitamins is the acid in the stomach dissolves off the color, whatever color they put on the vitamin. The whole complete vitamin goes through your entire system and doesn't break down. Doesn't do you one bit of good. So it literally is like flushing money down a toilet. That's exactly what you're doing. And I hate to say that about vitamins, but synthetic vitamins are absolutely no use. Go to a trusted company. I know Amway harvests their products, their grains, plants, all that stuff. Within hours, they have taken it into a pharmaceutical grade processing center and changed those plants into pills. And if you have ever had the any all-natural vitamin, you know they'll dissolve in water. Take a major brand, put it in a glass of water. It's not going to dissolve, I'm just going to tell you. So anyway, it'll sit there. So let me move on. I don't want to be cutting them down. The herb for this week, my daughter, my eldest daughter, is studying to get her doctorate in alternative medicine, and so she sends me these things. I asked her if she would help me out this month. Today's herb is Burdock. I think I pronounced that right. It helps with eczema, psoriasis, cystitis, and gout, and there's something else. I know it helps with those. Go to a good herbalist in your area, and a trusted, certified herbalist, not just somebody that's saying, "Oh, I'm an herbalist." You know, there's a bunch of them. A certified herbalist, whether that knows what you're doing. One thing about drug interactions with Burdock is that people that are taking diabetics that are taking blood sugar medicines to lower their blood sugar, it affects your blood sugar, so you don't have your blood sugar go down too low. And also, I didn't know this, it has a diuretic effect. Well, coffee does too, but apparently if you're trying to get water out of your body, it increases those effects, so you might really be going to the bathroom. So make sure you evaluate this particular herb before you take it, so that we don't want you to have too low blood sugar, and we also don't want you to be going to the bathroom all the time. So anyway, actively seek out herbs with your herbalist for any condition that bothers you. Only use a certified herbalist, which I already said. You and your herbalist, if they're good, will talk with you about or consult, and they don't charge. A honest herbalist doesn't charge you to consult with the types of herbs you need, but they can formulate herbs on their own specifically for you. Something to think about. This is a quote from Emma Donahue. Vitamins are medicine for not getting sick and going back to heaven yet. I thought that was a good way to end today. Anyhow, go to my website, www.patreon.com/a-step-above. Become a gold member. For $9 a month, you get 50 years of seminars and workshops and business events and books and magazines and videos and audios that I've watched on not just business things, but relationship, management of personnel, staff. That's why we still do workshops and things to help people. I'm available for workshops just about any time. We charge appropriately for the knowledge that we have and the distance that we have to travel. So if you have any of these needs for us to come out to your place of business or your church or your organization, feel free to contact us at booth 1, BOOTHEONE at Comcast.net, and I'll be glad to talk with you, find out what you need, and I'll let you know on the phone whether or not I feel it's possible to help you in your situation. And we've done business turnarounds, and we've helped with employee turnover. We've helped establish relational quirks in organizations. We've even helped family situations and helped churches become better organized, and helped them develop the various ministries that they wanted to do, and they weren't exactly sure how to go about it in a productive way. Anyway, make it a super week and see you next time.